Does your data management system also work on something like that? Because I think that's important, right? And I think that's a piece of an industry we need to keep working on. And our veterinarians do a great job of talking about historical, but again, to be able to put that somewhere where they can recognize source and location and keep that information flowing, I think is really important.
Yeah, I completely agree. And in my former career as a pork producer, we were owning and raising pigs from over 250 different sources that were external. And so imagine how many health, and raising most of those pigs in Northwest Iowa, which is, for those that don't know, an incredibly pig dense area where diseases spread fast. And so we had a real unique set of challenges in managing those things. But I think you're absolutely right in that giving access to the information, doing things like looking at water consumption, and recognizing those challenges is something that can move the ball forward. And getting back to the water consumption point, we have a functionality inside of every pig that allows admins to set a threshold for a change in daily consumption that triggers a farm feed event and notifications to go out. And that's something that our users have really found valuable when they kind of want to turn up the sensitivity levels on their production with their production team. Some companies that are just starting out maybe don't want to use that kind of functionality yet because, again, they might feel like it's overwhelming and it's too many problems. But best practices, what we see, people are really paying close attention to those water consumption numbers because you know better than I do as a veterinarian, but I'm told oftentimes that water consumption shift or decrease most of the time will happen before symptoms are even being shown. And so it's all about getting that veterinarian, the right veterinarian, the access to the information and alerting them about the problem earlier on. I mean, just imagine catching COVID on day 1 versus day 60 or 90 or whenever we ended up really becoming aware to the problem. We have that ability inside the swine industry right now. We're collecting much more data than your doctor knows about you, for sure. And so veterinarians have context. They have the context that they need. Source information, which you mentioned. So also very important, getting back to the point on, we were raising pigs from over 250 sources a year. And that was a lot for veterinarians and our caregivers to manage. And those sources, as you've mentioned, most of the time they have trends where you can count on certain things are going to happen with this source of pigs at a certain time. And we do visualize that information in terms of mortalities and symptoms on a source level inside every pig as well. And so that's some context that veterinarians are finding really useful to have at their fingertips.